The night hums its lullaby, fading to gray. The horizon blushes as shadows give way. Your fingers trace circles like birds taking flight, and the world holds its breath for our first shared light. Oh, breathe with the dawn, love, slow and unspoken. Two hearts in the mist where the calm is awoken. No rush, just the rhythm of tides yet to rise. Our quiet beginning etched in the sky's eyes. The earth stirs in whispers, the cedars exhale. Your laughter, a river, cuts through the pale. We're roots tangled softly where time dares not go. A secret the morning is aching to know. Breathe with the dawn, love, slow and unspoken. Two hearts in the mist where the calm is awoken. No rush, just the rhythm of tides yet to rise. Our quiet beginning etched in the sky's eyes. Let embers of moonlight cling to your skin. Let the sun wait its turn to wander in. For here in the hush where the galaxies bend, we're infinite, and the universe pretends to understand. So we'll sway with the pines, love, steady and slow, where the dawn's gentle fingers learn how to hold a symphony sung without making a sound. Our quiet beginning is the peace we've just found.
Your voice, a whisper where the currents begin, a ripple of stories that pull me in, where two drifting leaves in the moon's gentle sweep, caught in the rhythm the deep waters keep. Oh, we're woven by the river's song, threads of silt and silver where we both belong. Every bend, every stone, every tide we've known, love's a quiet carving, turning wild to home. The banks hold their secrets, the eddies spin slow. Your hands map the fractures where the rapids go. We're clay in the cradle of 1,000-year rain, shaped by the patience of a floodplain's refrain. Oh, we're woven by the river's song, threads of silt and silver where we both belong. is just a minnow slipping through our palms. The future's but a shadow where the heron calms. And if the drought should come, love will dig down low, find the hidden spring where the sweetest waters flow. So let the dawn baptize what the night undoes. Will be the hymn the river hums when it's through. Two souls in the chorus where the blue meets blue, woven by the river, and the river's woven you.
Your palms cradle April, soft as a sigh. Cherry blush trembling where the breezes lie. I'm a season too shy to confess its end, but you hold the fragments time pretends to mend. Oh, catch these fallen petals, love, let them land. Every fragile surrender, you understand. For what's brief as blossom still dares to bloom, I'm scattering forever in the loom of your room. The stem's quiet fracture, the wilt's slow arc. You trace every vein where the daylight's stark. What the earth reclaims you keep in your gaze, a bouquet of moments no storm can erase. Oh, catch these fallen petals, love, let them land. Every fragile surrender, you understand. For what's brief as blossom still dares to bloom, I'm scattering forever in the loom of your room. Let the winter whisper how roots ache and bend, but here in your fingers spring pretends we're eternal, wild, unplanned, just petals, your hands, and the risk of the land. So let them drift, love, don't clutch them tight, for beauty's a language that fades into light. And when the last one slips, we'll still feel the threads, petals in your hands, but the blooming's ahead.
The candle's wick trembles, shadows kneel low. Your thoughts hum in amber, a language I know. No need for the as the comb where the moon strings discuss, a hive of the heart, undisturbed and unbruised, where the quiet's a nectar. And we're both bemused. The clock's pendulum falters, the teapot exhales, your breath writes sonnets where the starlight pales. We're pages unturned in a book bound by years, and the space between commas holds all we revere. Oh, this honeyed silence between us, sweet as the comb where the moon strings discuss, a hive of the heart, undisturbed and unbruised, where the quiet's a nectar. And we're both bemused. Let the world rush in rivers, let its chatter ignite, where the roots of the baobab fed by the night. For what's loudest in love isn't shouted or sworn, but the hum of the void where two pauses are born. Oh, so let the storm argue, let the city repent, when the steep in the stillness our ancestors lent, a syrup of seconds, slow dripping and true. This honeyed silence is my vow to you.
The sky unravels secrets where the lake lies still. Your laughter paints the darkness, spills beyond the hill, where constellations tangled in the shallow sway, as the Milky Way leans down to wade the day away. Oh, meet me where the stars dip their feet, in the ripples of midnight, where the shallow meets deep. Let the cosmos undress, let its reflection compete. For your eyes hold the universe, and the stars taste defeat. The moon kneels to borrow the glow of your skin, a borrowed light to drown what the tides can't mend. We're echoes of a supernova's last refrain, colliding in the eddies where infinity's vain. Oh, meet me where the stars dip their feet, in the ripples of midnight, where the shallow meets deep. Let the cosmos undress, let its reflection compete. For your eyes hold the universe, and the stars taste defeat. Let the black hole hum what the quasars can't keep. We'll drift through the nebula where angels don't sleep. And if time folds its map, love, we'll chart our own course. Two shadows baptized in a nameless star source. So let the dawn wait where the galaxies twist,
ocean hums a hymn where the lighthouse once stood, your name carved in driftwood, half buried for good. We built sand castles sturdy till the moon's jealous hand sent waves to rewrite what we couldn't command. Oh, echoes of a forgotten shore, whispers of a love the tides restore. Salt-kissed and broken, yet somehow reborn, were footprints the deep sea swore to mourn. The gulls cry in languages the shipwrecks still know. Your shadow's a compass where the mangroves grow. We mapped our disasters in coral and rust. Now the dunes sing our failures in grains of lost trust. Oh, echoes of a forgotten shore, whispers of a love the tides restore. Salt-kissed and broken, yet somehow reborn, were footprints the deep sea swore to mourn. Let the storms claim their trophies, let the cliffs sweep their stone. Love's not in the keeping, it's the letting go shown. For what sinks in the shallows may rise in the swell, a conch to the ear murmuring, all will be well. So we'll haunt where the seagrass braids light into chains, where the horizon's a promise forgets our names. Two ghosts in the brine, love, half real, half lore, just echoes of a forgotten shore.
The comet tail shifts Saturn's rings. The axis tilts gently where your heartbeat sings, where atoms adrift in a quantum pretend, and softly, so softly, the universe bends. Gravity pulling the light, a black hole's whisper in the arms of the night. The laws we once knew were just fraying loose threads, for softly, so softly, the universe bends. The stars scribble equations they're too shy to name. Your fingerprints linger where the dark matter frames. We rewrite the void with the pulse of our palms, and the galaxy of the night. The laws we once knew are just fraying loose threads. For softly, so softly, the universe bends. Let Newton's old apple forget how to fall. Let time fold its hands. Let the cosmos stall. What's infinite, endless, still kneels in the end to the curve of your shoulder where the planets descend. So we'll drift through the wavelengths no telescope sees, to shadows unlearning their own entropy. And the void hums a hymn only we comprehend. Softly, my love, the universe bends.
The cedars lean closer, their branches conspire to carry your name through the frost and the fire. I carve it in bark where the sap runs like ink, a hymn for the shadows of how the stars blink. Oh, your name in the cedar wind, a scent on the breeze where the lost trails begin, through storm-broken valleys where the falcon takes wing. Love's not just a season, it's the root of the spring. The grove holds its breath as the dawn stitches seams. Your laughter, a sapling, cracks the frost of my dreams. We're lichen on granite, slow growing and wise, a language the earth writes in patience and sighs. Oh, your name in the cedar wind, a scent on the breeze where the lost trails begin, through storm-broken valleys where the falcon takes wing. Love's not just a season, it's the root of the spring. Let the blizzards rewrite what the autumns have penned. Let the decades forget how our story was meant. But the rings in the trunk hum the truth to the core. Your name's in the wind, and the wind's evermore. So when dusk folds the mountains and the pines start to pray, we'll be embers the forest guards smoldering away. For the world may turn silent, but the cedars won't end. They'll whisper your name, and the wind will pretend. The ashes hum, a hymn where the flames once roared. shadow dances still on the hearth's cold floor. We fed the blaze with kindling of youth, reckless grace. Now smoke writes your name in the stars' hollow space. Oh, embers of a distant fire glow softly where the dusk retires. Though the wind gnaws the coals, love, don't let them die, for the night's longest hour learns to breathe from your side. The logs crack their secrets to the moon's tilted ear. Your warmth stays woven in the frost's brittle tear, where sparks cast adrift in the void's hungry spin. But the dark knows the light that we carry within. Oh, embers of a distant fire glow softly where the dusk retires. Though the wind gnaws the coals, love, don't let them die, for the night's longest hour learns to breathe from your side. Let winter chant its verdict, let the rain disagree, where the roots beneath the snow, where the thaw dares to be. And if the world forgets how we burn wild and true, the soil will remember the heat it drew from you. Where the constellations sleep, let the dawn's jealous fingers pry what we keep. For the coldest of mornings still trembles, aware of embers of a distant fire smoldering there.
The night spills its ink where the baobab sleeps. Your collarbone cradles the tide that it keeps. I trace constellations the stars overlooked, a sailor lost in latitudes your breath has unhooked. Oh, maps of moonlight on your skin, drawn in the silver only a longing can spin. Every scar, every curve, every shadow within, a terrain I'll wander till the dawn caves in. The savannah holds secrets in the jackal's low cry. Your spine's a river the comet forgot to untie. We're fossils of futures the moon left behind, and the dark charts a path only our hands can find. Oh, maps of moonlight on your skin, drawn in the silver only a longing can spin. Every scar, every curve, every shadow within, a terrain I'll wander till the dawn caves in. We're the dust of dead stars learning how to bleed. For love's not a country nor a border to cross, just the pulse of your hip where the galaxies toss. So we'll drift through the dunes where the hourglass thins. Let the sky's jealous cartographers call it a sin. Two thieves of the void, stealing time from its dim. Maps of moonlight on your skin.
The city's a static, a fevered parade. Your voice cuts the clamor like a blade through the blade. We're fugitives framed in the flicker of dusk, where the sirens grow mute and the chaos turns rust. When the world fades to hush, your pulse is the drum, the silence will crush. No traffic, no sirens, no clocks in a rush, just the rhythm we're made of when the world fades to hush. Monsoon's loud gospel drowns the market's dry creed. Your breath writes a psalm where the shadows concede. We're roots under concrete, where the noise dares not creep, and the thunder kneels low to hear our hearts speak. When the world fades to hush, your pulse is the drum, the silence will crush. No traffic, no sirens, no clocks in a rush, just the rhythm we're made of when the world fades to hush. Headlines unravel, let the screens all combust. We're the ember no storm can exile to dust. For the loudest of truths isn't shouted or sworn, it's the space between words where our quiet is born. Jackals forget how to prowl. Let the stars stitch our silence to the owl's twilight vow. And if the dawn breaks too soon, love will soften its glare. For the world fades to hush, and we're already there. Night spins its wool where the jackals retreat. Your fingers illume, weave the frayed and incomplete. We're fragments of daylight the storm tried to claim, but the dark holds a shimmer no shadow can tame. Oh, threads of gold in the dark, stitched by the hands that refuse to unmark. Every tear, every mend, every scar we've designed, a tapestry whispered where the hopeless entwine. The baobab's roots grip the drought's bitter song. Your voice, a needle, pulls the ache along. We're patterns abandoned by weavers long gone, yet the spindle still hums of a dawn to be drawn. Oh, threads of gold in the dark, stitched by the hands that refuse to unmark. Every tear, every mend, every scar we've designed, a tapestry whispered where the hopeless entwine. Let the cynics unravel what the monsoons erase. Let the vultures dissect every knot they can trace. But the cloth we've crafted from ash and desire outlives every pyre, and the liars conspire. So we'll wear our frayed edges like crowns in the gloom. Let the skeptics call it folly, let the wastelands assume. For the gold in the thread isn't found, it's designed when two stubborn lights choose to stubbornly shine. Let the cynics unravel what the monsoons erase. Let the vultures dissect every knot they can trace. But the cloth we've crafted from ash and desire outlives every pyre, and the liars conspire. Let the cynics unravel what the monsoons erase. Let the vultures dissect every knot they can trace. But the cloth we've crafted from ash and desire outlives every pyre, and the liars conspire. We'll wear our frayed edges like crowns in the gloom. Let the skeptics call it folly, let the wastelands assume. For the golden
The moon tugs the shoreline, a breath-stealing pull. Your chest rises, falls, where the salt waves cajole. We're anchored in rhythms the seabirds can't name. A lullaby written in the tide's restless frame. Oh, tides of your heart be steady and slow, ebbing and flowing where the coral reefs grow. The moon may commend, but you chart your own deep. I'm lost in the current that your pulse dares to keep. The mangroves whisper secrets the storms left behind. Your ribs cradle echo sleep. Oh, tides of your heartbeat, steady and slow, ebbing and flowing where the coral reefs grow. The moon may come out, but you chart your own deep. I'm lost in the current that your pulse dares to keep. Let the horizon argue with the star's strict decree, we're the sand that remembers how to swallow the sea. For what's bound by the shallows still dares to expand. Your heartbeat, my compass, in a lawless land. So we'll float where the kelp braids the sunlight to dusk. Let the gulls write their ballads in the salt-rusted husk. And if the world forgets how the ocean repeats, we'll still have the tide of your heartbeat.
The savannah sighs as the sun gilds the plain. Our shadows stretch long where the earth drinks the rain. Wildflowers blush, their heads bowing low. Two souls spin a rhythm only bare feet know. Whoa, barefoot waltz in the wildflowers trance, where the grass writes its verses and the fireflies dance. With every turn the acacia trees hum a melody spun from the gold of the sun. Your laughter communed light as the breeze. We trace constellations through the rustling knees of marigold swaying in time's loose embrace. A map only hearts understand how to trace. Whoa, barefoot waltz in the wildflowers trance, where the grass writes its verses and the fireflies dance. With every turn the acacia trees hum a melody spun from the gold of the sun. Let the storm clouds convene, let the jackals debate. We're seeds in the soil where the stars congregate. No need for shoes when the earth knows your name, and love's just a step that the wind can't reclaim. So twirl where the crickets compose the night's hymn. Our footprints a secret the dawn won't rescind. For as long as the meadow wears petals like lace, our barefoot waltz turns the world into grace.
The sky splits its seams, thunder gnaws at the plains. Your arms weave a fortress where the day eludes refrains. We're roots under baobabs, gripping the unseen. A covenant whisper to the lightning's fierce scream. Oh, shelter in the storm of you, where the winds lose their teeth and the floods dare not brew. Chaos may rattle, but it stumbles savannah's a tempest, dust devils conspire. Your laugh melts the fury to a crackling fire. We're seeds in the soil, where the jackals retreat, and the rains lash in anger turns tender at your feet. Oh, shelter in the storm of you, where the winds lose their teeth and the floods dare not brew. Chaos may rattle, but it stumbles undone, for the calm in your pulse is the war I've outrun. Let the horizon ignite, let the drought claim its due, where the marrow inside bones a cyclone can't chew. No gale holds the grit that your silence defends, and the sky's broken tantrum meets its quietest end. So we'll stand where the acacia bends but won't break. Let the monsoons grow jealous of the peace we remain. For as long as your heartbeat drums night into morn, I'll shelter in the storm of you. The baobab stretches its arms to the void. Your secrets hum softer where the stars grow annoyed, where embers adrift in the jackal's low cry. And the moon leans in closer to catch your reply. Oh, whispers to the night sky, stardust confessions the dawn can't deny. The galaxies eavesdrop, the comets comply, for the universe aches for the way you sigh. The savannah holds breath as the hyenas retreat. Your words stitch the silence where fireflies meet, where maps folded small in the marula's shade, and the dark writes our vows in the tracks that we've made. Oh, whispers to the night sky, stardust confessions the dawn can't deny. The galaxies eavesdrop, the comets comply, for the universe aches for the way you sigh. Let the meteors bargain, let the black holes refute. We're the pause in the wind that the sandstorm salute. No telescope traces the paths we've designed, where your whisper becomes the night. So we'll drift where the Southern Cross bends but won't break. Let the dawn's jealous fingers fumble our stake. For as long as the cosmos forgets how to lie, we'll whisper to the night sky.
Tone whispers through the baobab side. Your breath folds the daylight to a velveteen sky, where seeds on the wind, where the sun dares to nap. Two souls spinning gossamer in the hammock of your lap. Oh, cotton clouds and closer dreams, where the horizon melts to a murmur between. The earth forgets gravity, the stars lose their seams. We're drifting on melodies only silence can weave. The dusk paints its canvas with the marvelous gold. Your pulse hums a hymn that the moonlight cajoled. We're feathers in orbit, unbound and unplanned. A fugue for the flightless, composed by your hand. Oh, cotton clouds and closer dreams, where the horizon melts to a murmur between. The earth forgets gravity, the stars lose their seams. We're drifting on melodies only silence can weave. We'll let the jackals debate what the storm can't defend. We're the dust in the rafters where the swallows pretend. No compass, no anchor, no map to redeem. Just cotton clouds and the space in between. So we'll float where the fireflies misplace their glow. Let the dawn's hungry fingers graze what we owe. For as long as the sky wears its cerulean seams, we'll be cotton clouds and closer dreams. The sun spills like honey through the Akishi's lace. Your fingers drummed on the curve of my face. We're pages unread in the hammock's slow sway. A dialect only the lazy hours say. Oh, the language of slow Sundays. Words wrapped
space in between. The kettle hums songs to the marvelous shade. Your laughter dissolves in the lemonade made. We're dust motes adrift in the Harmontalon's hymn, translating the silence where our hearts synonym. Oh, the language of slow Sundays, words wrapped in sunlight, strung on time's delays. No verbs, just vowels, where the mango trees lean, a grammar of breath, and the space in between. Let the world sprint in circles, let the clocks all combust. We're the yawn of the savannah, the red clay's quiet trust. No rush to conjugate what the breeze can't confine, for love's truest tense is the stretch of your spine. So we'll parse the day's paragraphs, loose and unplanned. Let the dusk ink its margins where our footprints expand. For as long as the baobab counts rings in its core, we'll speak slow Sundays and need nothing more.
Desert paints mirages where the caravans rest. Your shadow stretches farther than the sun's tired quest. We're nomads of longing, charting dunes in the sand, a compass that points to the ghost of a land. Oh, horizons we'll never reach, fleeting as the jackal's twilight speech. The skyline may shimmer, a promise unkept, but the love in our footsteps is the dream we accept. The savannah hums ballads of a thirst never quenched. Your hand in mine tightens where the river's been drenched. We're maps folded backward, trails erased by the wind, and the stars we call guides are the ones that pretend. Oh, horizons we'll never reach, fleeting as the jackal's twilight speech. The skyline may shimmer, a promise unkept, but the love in our footsteps is the dream we accept. Let the vultures debate what the drought can't define. We're the roots of the acacia, refusing to pine. For the wellspring we seek isn't water or gold, it's the dust of the path where our stories unfold. So we'll walk where
sheds its armor, the jackals retreat. Your veins hum a lullaby only silence can meet. We're drums in the distance, two skins stretched too thin, a rhythm unearthed where the world caves in. Oh, in the hollow of your pulse, time unwinds its frantic waltz. No seconds, no shadows, no debts left to keep, just the echo of forever in the breath that we breathe. The baobab counts rings where the drought carved its plea. Your wrist holds a tide the moon couldn't decree. We're vines braiding close in the soil's stubborn hymn, and the storm's reckless fury grows quiet within. The breath that we breathe. Let the chaos keep pace with the falcon's shrill cry. We're the marrow of moments the hour can't deny. For the heart's truest measure isn't counted in beats. It's the pause where your pulse and my stillness meet. So we'll rest where the fireflies misplace their glow. Let the dawn's greedy fingers fumble what we know. For as long as the savannah remembers its name, we'll live in the hollow where our pulses became